entrepreneur in Nano, a motivational mentor, loves to travel, reading, writing poems. She is also an NLP practitioner and an adventurous soul. So I would like to call Shweta on the stage.
You, Toastmaster of the day. Okay, thank you.
Yes, you have the audience. Just a second. I'll just spotlight yourself, Shweta.
I am doing that.
Yeah. So is the audience visible?
Yes, they are.
Great. Yes, Aji.
Hello, everyone. I hope you are having an amazing start of the meeting and an amazing Sunday. So, last moment G roll, but let's do it. So I will be actually taking care of what went right, what went wrong, how we can move towards more excellence in our group, which already there is. But I'm not alone in this. I have a proper tag team with me. That is the timer, AHA counter, and the grammarian. Let me first introduce the timer of this meeting, which is Toastmaster Sindhu, who is working in sales and marketing in a pharmaceutical company. And her hobbies include dancing, listening music, and love traveling to explore new things. So kindly please help me welcome Toastmaster Sindhu to come on the stage and please explain your role. Thank you.
I'm Toastmaster Shweta for right now.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shweta. Good morning, Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and students. As a timer, I will alert all the speakers, of the time they have left with using green card, red card, yellow card. So thank you so much.
And Toastmaster Sindhu, can you please also explain what are the timings of the speeches?
Yes. For the table topic,
We don't have table topics, so the speakers.
Okay. So for the evaluation, I will raise for the evaluation length of the speeches between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will raise the green card, and at 2.30 minutes, I will raise the yellow card, and at 3 minutes, I will raise the red card. For the speeches, it should be 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 6 minutes, I will raise the yellow card, and at 7 minutes, I will raise red card. So, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sindhu, for the amazing explanation of your role. Now, moving on, actually, I wanted to, so exactly, AHA counter. So the AHA counter of the day is Toastmaster Bhanu. He is tall, but not tall enough. God only knows how. He loves simple pleasures, that is anime, manga, inline skating, and badminton. A struggling maths major he's going for, and a story of every other maths major. I don't know, he can only explain this. Got his ears pierced recently. His family is not very happy, but let me just welcome Toastmaster Bhanu on the stage, and please explain your role. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm the counter for today's meeting, and I'm Bhanu Gupta. And this is a sound. This is a filler sound, and I will be noting down it. And there are other filler sounds such as etc. My role as a counter is an important one, but at the same time it's simple. All I have to do is note down all the sounds or words used as crutches and pause fillers by anyone who speaks here. In a nutshell, I can say that all I need to do is note down overused words, filler sounds, and the repeated words or phrases by anyone. Overused words can be, well, and so, but, etc. Filler sounds can be that I quote you, and the repeated phrase, the phrases that anyone will repeat. And that's all. all, and I will come back to you by the end of the meeting with my. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhanu, for explaining your role. Last but not the least, and the very important role, that is the grammarian of the day, who is none other than Toastmaster Aman. So he is a senior application development analyst working in an IT consulting firm. He's a theater guy by heart, a fan of football and a sports lover. He's a globetrotter, and his inspiration is Sir Alex Ferguson. So I welcome you on the stage to please explain your role.
Thank you, Shweta, from the virtual world. Good morning, my fellow Toastmasters and guests. As a grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language use. I'll take note of any improper language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce you to the word of the day. Can I please?
Yes, please.
So the word of the day is, can I read it? So is it visible? The word of the day is adapt. A-D-E-P-T. It is not adapt. Adapt is a different word. A-D-A-P-T. It is adapt. It means very skilled at something. An example of this word is many of the speakers here are adapt at giving speeches. Okay, so this is an example of this word. And opposite of this word is inept. I-N-E-P-T. So this is a very important word. You can use it. I will give the grammarian's report when called upon during the meeting, and I will encourage you all to use this word while giving speeches or whenever you are saying something in the meeting. So please, thank you, Shweta.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raman. So that's from my side for the moment. I will be presenting my report when called upon towards the end of the meeting. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Shweta, for explaining your role so beautifully. Now, without wasting any time, I would like to call President for the TOM session, MOT session.
It's in second half.
Second
Start
half.
with the speeches.
So I would like to call our first speaker, but telling about her, TM Bhavna. She is a librarian professional in University of Delhi, mom of 2 grown-up kids, wife to an educationalist, favorite daughter-in-law for many senior citizens of the family, who always seeks to build a better version of self. So before calling her, I would like to call her evaluator TM Rajat. So, and I can explain about questions.
So good morning, everyone. My name is Rajat. I am the speech evaluator of Toastmasters Bhavna. So she is going to make her first speech, introductory speech, which we also call an icebreaker speech. The purpose of the speech is to introduce herself and learn the basic structure of the speech. And without any further delay, I like to welcome PM Bhavna onto the stage. The topic of the speech is change the only constant. Toastmaster Bhavna. Toastmaster Bhavna, change the only constant, please.
So now I would like to call TM Bhavna. TM Bhavna, please.
What's the writing of the speech?
Change the only constant.
Change the only concept. So please help me welcome
Please
Toastmaster
help.
Bhavna.
So please help me welcome Toastmaster Bhavna. Change is the only constant way.
CM Bhavna, please come.
Good evening, fellow cavaliers and my dear guests. I made a mistake. Old habits die hard. I have been trained to do this from last 5 years, thanks to the endless visits to the New Daily Girls Club. So, rewind, change. And good morning, my dear toastmasters and my dear guests. I am Bhavna Bashesh, a librarian by profession and a mother by passion. During early days of my career, I attended a career development course and I did a project on that. The topic of the project was change management. And to my surprise, I performed so well in that project that the evaluator of that project still remembers that, who is my senior. It's been like past 15 years back. And as you all know, that success is the biggest motivator. That project, the outcome of those projects influenced me so much that I decided to make it part of my life. Incidentally, those were the early days of my marriage. And as the events were happening in my life, I realized that this would be my success mantra in the coming years of my life. As you know, when a woman gets married, there are sea changes in her life. And it happens with me also. Those changes are qualitative and quantitative in nature. Qualitative in a way, number one, number of children call you their mother. Number two, number of senior citizens call you their daughter-in-law. And qualitative in a way, when you reminisce those instances when you decided to choose your partner and you found out that you chose the right partner. And after a few days, when you remember those endless late nights you spent together before you had children. Because someone at point said that once I had mine, now I have children. So that happened with my life. In my profession, when I started my career as per your generation. I started my career in prehistoric times when there was no Google. Those were the days when we used to enter into the library and used to work for the whole day. And even while going for a lunch, I used to be stopped by fellow students. Ma'am, where are you going? Please tell me, where can I find the statistics of the roads, newly built roads in India? And those days you have to remember all the bibliography in your mind, where the student can get, or where a user of your library can get that statistics. Coming from those days and being in the present day, and a specialist in information literacy, in plagiarism checking. I'm a specialist in all the electronic resources university subscribes, and many more things. It might sound, these words might sound very small to you, but you believe me that it keeps me busy throughout the day. And also desirable in my organization. So I would like to end my speech with a quote by someone that change before you happen. Thank you.
And since it was an icebreaker, so we used to stand and applause for the icebreaker speech.
So with the shortage of time, I would like to call the next speaker, TM Charu. She is a market professional, youngest of 3 siblings, like cooking. It's a great stress buster for her. Like reading stories about startups and entrepreneurships. Always excited to try new things, from dancing into a flash mob to dye shirt at home. So before her, I would like to call our evaluator TM Gaurav.
So, Toastmaster Charu is giving her second speech. Technically, it is first speech because before that it is icebreaker speech. And we are here. The objective of our speech is to apply the feedback or the recommendations given in your previous speech into this speech. All the best and over to you. Thank you.
So the title of Charu's speech is "When You Are Really Independent." So when you are really independent, TM Charu.
Today, I want to take you through my journey of becoming independent. I was preparing for my MBA admission. I had only one goal in mind: get the job. For me, earning money and partying hard with my friends was my idea of independence. Hence, MBA only meant to me the job. Although I was enjoying my time there, but with only one goal in mind, job kept running in my head 24/7. I still remember the day the first company came to campus. It took only 3 students, and I realized it is the time to do or die. I started preparing hard for interviews, GD preparations, building my resume and whatnot. I interviewed with multiple other companies, but still my day has not come. Delhi abhi dur. Delhi was far. Suddenly, COVID happened. I had to pack my bags and say goodbye to my friends, who were my family for the last 2 years. Before I knew, I was back home. It took me a while to get myself back together. I took my new reality with a pinch of salt. Coming back home without the job was not easy. I was getting myself back together and decided to fall back. I was still applying for the companies both off campus as well as on campus. At one point, I was ready to take up any job in any sector in any part of India. I was so desperate that I said yes to a job in real estate sector. There was no transportation facility. It was in a remote location of Bangalore. It was not even safe for me, but I was ready to accept that offer. But thanks to God, it didn't happen eventually. But the hope is still left in me. I started again with a new energy. I interned for multiple startups. From my past experiences, I realized that work experience is a key to get a job. So I interned with a small startup named Get. I wanted to do my every bit to make my family proud. So job was the only option. I started working on my internship. I was focused and I knew that I could do it. After 2 months, I joined another company called Toki. I was working as a sales intern. It was hardcore sales. I was literally waking up in the morning, picked up the phone and dialing one number after another. It was so hard. I cried in the beginning. The number of sales I will do in a month depend my salary. So it was so freaking fair. And I used to wake up in the morning, start dialing one number after another. I cried, I was exhausted. But I knew I could do it and I had to do it. There is no other option. So I started working on it. But I knew that that was not what I had planned for myself. And at the same time, I got an offer from Byju's. I didn't want to work with Byju's, but I still accepted the offer. From the past experiences, I learned that it's important. I needed that job right now, so I accepted the offer and went for it. And at the same time, on the other end, my LinkedIn feed and WhatsApp were filled with posts from my batchmates, rejoicing their perfect placements. And here I was working in Byju's, and I was not happy. I was not happy doing the work I was doing. So I realized that I was not content with my reality and I needed to do better. Finally, the day came. All the cheese was over. I got the job. I got the job at Schneider Electric with a good profile with a decent package. Soon enough, my first salary came. But still, in that moment, somehow I didn't feel anything. I continued and worked hard on the job. I joined as a management trainee on a contractual basis. I used to start at 7 in the morning and wrap up around 7 in the evening. I was working on my job. I always thought that getting a perfect job would suddenly change everything, but it was not the case. I was working on a good project, but was not satisfied with it. So I was not content. I was not content and not satisfied with the way I was going in the organization. And a year has passed now, but still the feeling is same. I want more in the future as well. From the childhood, it is ingrained in our mind that we have to study hard and get a job. But when it happened with me, I didn't feel fulfilled. From the day I started preparing for my MBA, there was only one goal: to get a perfect placement and I will be set for life. But after going through my journey, I realized it is not the job which will make you independent in life. It is the effort, the struggle, the failure you go through make you independent in life. It is not the money or the job security which will make you independent. It is my resilience, and my attitude of never giving up which made me independent in life. Thank you.
What a great speech. We hope to God that you achieve your dream job one day. So we can have a feedback
Yes.
time.
So, we have a minute for feedback for the first speaker was Master Bhavna. So if everyone is in the guest room, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, you are. So I would Gurvaj, please send us Master Bhavna's number over there, and you can directly WhatsApp her about her speech. And to the next speaker also, Master Shahrukh, we are not sharing the number. And if someone doesn't have the number, we will be giving some slips. You can write on that. So you can just write your feedback, tear it off, and the sound will collect it and give it to the speaker. And if you need pen, we also have pens. You go and get pens.
Please give me.
give their feedback.
Everyone can give their feedback to Toastmaster Karina. We have associates after the day. Karina, and it's your choice. You can write your name or you can give it anonymously. It's absolutely fine.
So with this, our next speaker is TM Suleiman. Telling about Suleiman, he is an electrical engineer, completed his degree from IIT Mandi, Himachal Pradesh, working in a Power Grid Corporation of India Limited as an executive engineer in Gurgaon. He likes to play cricket and chess. So I would like to call Shweta, his evaluator, to tell about his speech.
Thank you,
Shweta.
Toastmaster. Thank you, Toastmaster Mridul, for the opportunity again. So Toastmaster Suleiman will be delivering his level 2 project 3 speech. And the purpose of his speech is for him to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring and also to share some aspect of previous experience as a prodigy. So over to you, Toastmaster of the day, and all the best to the speaker.
Life is a lesson. PM Suleiman, life is a lesson.
There were excellent speakers, great mentors, and a very friendly environment. And there was a guy sitting behind, looking at everyone's faces. All the speakers, mentors, the environment. And the person was thinking, how much time he will take to develop those kind of skills. He was feeling very much inferior. I know him, he was my friend back then in those classes. He practiced a lot. He practiced a lot to improve his communication skill to match to the level of the TMOD, the president, and the other very excellent speakers in Toastmasters. The thing is that something was missing in him, and he was not that confident about it. He told me that I practice my speech a lot, but I think something is missing. I don't know what is that. So after time, when he was practicing in front of his mirror in his home, he told me all the stories. He told me that I see the face expression in the mirror which reflects my own identity. That sometimes, so when he's looking into the mirror, I think the thought which is inside his head is reflected. The true image is reflected through the mirror. So I think he was having a kind of negative attitude, negative thoughts that he will not be able to speak that fluently. So one day, a mentor approached him and told that you should take up a role. Doesn't matter how you perform, you should definitely take up a role. He was very less confident about performing that role. And I know that guy, and the guy is me here. So the person who first approached me like a mentor, she was Toastmaster Manisha. So right now she's not here.
She asked me to take up a role and do something in Toastmaster because you have paid money here. You are spending some time here. Actually, it's not that easy to convince me, but when it comes to money, related money, no, then I think things become very easy for me to convince. Yeah, so I was totally convinced by her, what she told me, but simply I ignored. Yeah, you are convinced by a lot of things, but it doesn't matter that you have to follow everything. Like you should wake up early in the morning, like that kind of thing. So she again approached me and asked me to take up a role. And you know what? The first role I took in the Toastmaster, but was speech evaluator, not even speaker, not even timer, not even Grammy agent, speech evaluator. That was my first role in Toastmaster. When I finished that role, I asked about the performance. I was thinking like I did horribly wrong, but people were not able to see what I saw within me. I was shivering on the stage, but nobody knew except the front row people. Yeah, my heart was beating much more faster, but nobody knew except me. Even right now, I'm feeling that heartbeat much more faster, but nobody knows. You know, no. Only two people know, Aman and Charul, because I told them earlier. So, in Toastmasters, there are many people, there are many mentors who are here to guide us. Manisha was one of them. She again forced me to take up a role of speaker. So, when I delivered my first speech in Toastmasters, my icebreaker speech, I was thinking like I can do pretty well, but reality check came later on, and I realized that still I have to work a lot. Later, many other people in Toastmaster came and guided me along with that, like Toastmaster Dipin and Bhavya and Toastmaster Karishma. So the environment was so friendly that I was totally able to adapt here, and I was able to improve my communication skills, body language, and all those things. Still, I need to work a lot. I think life is a lesson. When you start learning, you get to know a lot of things which might not be able to. I mean, you are not able to understand the reality of that. When you stop learning, you start dying. That's what my mother says. In Toastmaster, we keep on evolving on daily basis. My father, he keeps on forcing me to take up new challenges, take up new ideas, and do something innovative in life. So, because of him, I have developed some kind of fighter attitude, like I'm an engineer. I think that's not a fighter attitude, but I think I have done some at some point, I have taken some challenges. My friend, he actually is the kind of person who sometimes tells me that you should do everything from your perspective, not thinking about what other people think of you. So basically, he tells me about the emotional intelligence aspect. Can you tell me what is emotional intelligence? Something like that only. I have been in psychology. So let's say somebody scolds you and somebody accidentally tell you that you are a fool. So what your reaction will be? That person will be angry, right? So my friend actually, he was the kind of mentor to me. He told me that somebody accidentally tells you something foolish or something absurd. What you should do is that you should take a pause for 3-4 seconds and then calm yourself first and calm the environment nearby you so that you do not reply in instinct. So this is what emotional intelligence tells you about. You should understand your emotion first. You should understand others' emotions and then try to calm the environment. And then you have to respond to the situation, not react to the situation. So my friend was a mentor to me. My father was a mentor. My mother was a mentor. The nature is a mentor to me as well. Like there are flowers, roses, which look really beautiful. The essence is really good. when you knock it up, you actually take the beauty from the plant away and suddenly it loses its essence after some days. The thing is that we humans keep on making mistakes, and that proves that we have a fighter attitude. We want to learn something new. We are ready to take up the challenges, and that keeps us alive. That keeps us alive. We are not just existing. When we stop learning, we start dying. Thank you.
Can you have a round of applause for him? Taking oh, we have a 1 minute feedback. Please note the time.
And if anyone needs the slips, please do let us know on the mails. For the feedback.
So, our next speaker is PM Gaurav, who is a CA and lawyer by profession, having an experience of about 11 years in finance and taxation. So, I would like to call his graduated PM Gaurav.
Talk about Toastmaster Gaurav. It's an L2 degree speech, that is level 2 part 3 speech from the pathway innovative planning. And to talk about the purpose statement, the purpose of this project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmaster envisions mentoring, and the purpose of the speech is for the member to share some aspect of his previous life. So with a huge round of applause, let me first call back the keyboard.
His title of the speech is Innovation Planning Pathway, TM Gaurav.
Hello friends. Before starting my speech, what, why, and how. These are 3 parameters which are required in our daily life. We know the essence of each and everything, and which can be illustrated well by what, why, and how. So, starting with what, as mentioned by Toastmaster Suleiman, that his mother and his father is his mentor. So, starting with the buddy system. In our day-to-day life, we need buddy. Buddy may be your friend, your family, your friend, your father, your mother, your sister, and your brother, and maybe your wife. So, buddy is required in our life. Buddy is a person to whom you can illustrate, ask, and mention all your daily life, daily problems, and he or she, as the case may be, is here to give a solution. So, I am talking about mentorship. What is mentorship? Mentorship in Toastmaster is a program where mentor and mentee meet each other virtually or physically, and mentor is here to give the solution of his problem, which can be related to his communication mastery, communication program, or his professional or personal life. So mentors are always there. So second thing is why mentorship is important, because if we don't know why it is important, then we don't know the importance of mentorship. So
Toastmaster Kanika, can you please explain why mentorship is important?
Mentorship is important because I believe when you take on a new journey, you need some guidance. You don't know how it works. So mentorship is important for every aspect of your life, whether it's Toastmasters, whether it's an organization, corporates, or anything. So it's required.
Okay. Sir, can you please give a 2 line for why mentorship is important? Why mentorship is important?
So as to adapt, as you said, the term of the word of the day, that. So as to adapt oneself, so as to become more comfortable at a workplace, in a daily life, mentorship helps. So as to get used to the everyday life. These days, today I am a guest here, and all of you are my mentors.
Okay. Thank you, sir. The thing is that I will add 2 more things on the importance of mentorship. First is mentorship is for the mentee, obviously, but it is equally important for the mentor, because mentor is always a mentee and mentee is always a mentor. We always all greed for the learning and learning on day-to-day basis. In the same way, mentor may be the mentee. And the third and last is how mentorship help in Toastmasters. We all are here for some purpose, and we can fulfill our purpose when we will happy. We can give speech, we can participate only when we are happy from inside. And when we are happy from inside, we can give each and every speech smoothly. So for this, you can share your problems with your mentor. Mentor will help you grammatically and give you the ways. How can you improve? How can you improve the barriers of the communication mastery, communication program, and communication problems? So this is the purpose of mentorship. And how is mentorship? For instance, in my case, I joined Toastmasters International before 3 years. I have participated in the contest 3 times, but in 3 times I didn't participate in the speech because I had not the courage to give the speech, even when there are 10 to 15 participants, contestants. So last time, when my mentor, Toastmaster Bhavya, asked me that you should participate in speech contest, that is evaluations and table topics contest, and she asked me that you give the speech, irrespective of the fact that you will or not, you have to participate. And at that time, I asked our VP Education, Toastmaster Kanika, in the night that I want to participate before her day. And obviously she helped me. And next day I give the speech and participated in both the contests with 9 contestants. Although it is not it doesn't matter that you win or not. The certificate is not important, really. The really important thing is the learning within yourself. So obviously certificate is important to some extent because it gives recognition to you, but learning is also important. So my friends, many times we compare mentorship with coaching. The purpose of teacher is to earn money with your growth, but the purpose of mentor here is to have your growth as a mentee, and there is no commercial or personal purpose. And the second thing is, as mentioned earlier, mentor can be a mentor and mentor can be a mentor at the same time, because we always ready to learn each other. So at the end of this meeting, of this financial year, this is the last meeting of March, I will request everyone to take a pledge that please open the door of success and prosperity and do have active participation in mentor and mentee program of Toastmasters. Thank you. So with this, we have a 1 minute for feedback. Anyone who wants to can tell us.
Give this list also.
So with continuation, our next speaker is PM Gruanch Creed. He is like a brother to me. The brother who teach me how to use Canva. He is a creation of God. Well, only this thing matters to him. Just to give you all a good idea about him, he's a guy next door attitude. He has a guy next door attitude, a Rapa Chawal and a Punjabi music lover. Fitness is his crush, wants to achieve it, but he can't. So, with this, I would like to call his evaluator, PM Gaurav on the stage. TM Kadina on the stage.
So, right now, Toastmaster Gurvansh will be giving his level 1 project 3 speech, and the purpose of his speech is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. So, looking forward to your speech, and thank you. That's it.
So the title of the speech is Constitution. So Constitution, TM Gruanch, please.
Constitution. When I say this word, there will be several opinions in this room. Maybe he should not talk about such issues. Maybe why is he talking about all this in public community clubs? And some might even get impressed that the way I'm going to deliver my speech. You know, we are Toastmasters, we give speeches on several topics. We talk about health, we talk about wealth, we talk about several other issues, such as going down into deep aspects of spirituality, which might even bounce someone's head, including me. But why do we feel to talk about such sensitive issues, which is not alien to society? As a matter of fact, it is being followed from a very long time, specifically in India, and we even become shy. Throughout the speech, I try to communicate that how directly or indirectly it is involving you, it's impacting you, so that it becomes even more necessary for us to talk about such sensitive issues. Let us start with basics. What is the meaning of prostitute? Prostitute is a person who offers the service of sex in exchange of money. Let me re-emphasize on the word a person. It includes a man, it includes a female, and it also includes a transgender. It is just not related to women, but the way we see it is just woman-centric. Let's take a step back and move into history. In prehistoric eras, it is believed that in terms of barter system, the men used to barter their women in exchange of food and stuff. And there is another speculation that when we moved into the medieval time, we must have heard this word known as Vishkanya. So these are seen to be one of the first forms of prostitutions. If we move ahead and we talk about present, then it's not just there in traditional form, but it's also there in a new form, that is pornography. It's also another form, a modern form of prostitution. And if we go ahead in the future, if we even talk about metaverse, then again it's going to revolve its essence, but again it's being there in the same form. Let me talk about present now. If we see that there is a traditional form which is prevalent and there are no rules and regulations for it. And if we talk about pornography, well, it's the same thing. It's just being behind a camera. And you know why is it more sensitive? Because your siblings, your children, just with a click of a button, are being accessible to all this stuff on internet. How, even though it's banned in India, but still it's prevalent, and in India it has millions and millions of views. So it gives us a point to think that is it even can we able to eradicate all this thing from our society? Well, the answer will be no from most of us. right? And I'm not just talking about kids of like 16, 17 years or adults. I, in my own school, saw children of 11, 12 years who did not even hit puberty, and they are getting the hang of it in a very tender age. They are learning, these clean minds are learning that how wrong is it to handle your partner, how wrong is it to handle your spouses, and they are still watching it. It's in millions and millions of views. So it gives us a chance to why not think about it once, that why is it there? Before telling about the rules and regulations, which should be there, which is not, let me first give my opinion. And for all of you, it's just my opinion, it's my perspective of viewing it. I fully respect with my folded hand about your experience and your opinions, but it's just my opinion that whether is it correct morally or not. Well, I certainly believe that it's morally correct as well, just for 3 words. It's his or her choice. That's it. If we look from a very broader perspective, then all it is, it's a service. It's a service. There are obviously minuses of it, like some speculations are there. When on interrogating rapists, they see that they are probably being motivated by these prosecution acts. They are probably being motivated by all this bondage, hardcore, and all this stuff on pornography sites. So this is one thing that I support it, and if there are rules and regulations to it, then being in a profession which is respected from all of us, we can probably earn and give it back to the country as a tax. And also, there's not anything bad in it, because for the only reason that they are not being burdened on the resources of the country. To talk about the necessity of rules and regulations, I told it earlier that it's impossible to ban it. So why let them suffer for their basic human rights? For an example, you might be thinking that why is it like basic human rights, why they are already there? Let me tell you one thing. Let me first ask a question from you. If a prostitute says yes for 7 times and on the 8th time she says a no, which itself is a complete sentence, is it rape or it's an act of prostitution? If your answer is that it's a rape, then oh my god, I still have some hope in this country. Now moving further, if you look at statistics, then more than 65% prostitutes, which crosses the average mark, have experienced some kind of human right violation where they are domestically and verbally violated, not just by pimp in the brothel, but also by the clients. To enlighten you, a pimp is a person who acts as a connection between a prostitute and a client. And what will a normal prostitute do? She'll probably go to the police station. If she goes to the police station, even there she is whipped with a belt. It's like in the majority of the cases, there are statistics which you can easily find on the internet. They are being whipped, they are verbally and domesticated, they are domestically violated with their human rights, even in the police station. That is the law. Well, this was my concluding statement that if it's impossible to eradicate this menace, why not just take a step back and think about all this and make rules and regulations so that their basic human rights are not violated. Thank you so much. That was all from the part of my speech. But lastly, I remember a Punjabi quotation which goes as "Jhoot aakha te kuch bach raha hai, sach aakha pamad bach raha hai, mohi baat mein rehti hai." Which means that if I say something that is false, if I say something that is not completely true, then something is left. If I say something that is true, then there is a hue and cry all around. But then as well, it's a human tongue, and when it comes to talking about such sensitive issues which talks about human, honest, brutal opinions, then it cannot stop itself. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Talking on such sensitive issue, we have a feedback time for 1 minute.
minute.
Now moving to the second session of the meeting, the MOT session, which will be conducted by President Kanika. I would like to call President on the stage.
Okay, so now we have a lot of guests today and you are going to experience the moments of truth. Now, what is that? Can anyone help me with that? What is that? What is moments of truth? What we will be doing now? Be louder. Speaking truth. Sachai सामने आएगी. Absolutely correct. So, Toastmasters, we generally have meetings on a regular basis, but it is really important when you want to survey, what actually happens in the club and how the working is going and what things need improvement. So today we are here for that, for moments of truth session. Now, how it will work, I will explain you all with that how it works, and we can move on. So we want to make groups. We need to make groups. So there are certain parameters on which we will evaluate the working of the club. Right. So those evaluators are okay. So the first one is first impressions. If you're coming as a guest, what were your impressions like? Okay. The second is membership orientation. So the new members must have joined. They must have be well versed with the member orientation, how it takes place by the VP education. Then fellowship, variety, and communications. How the club provides a fun and friendly environment, supportive environment to the great members, and even if the guests are coming. Then program planning and meeting organization. How the meeting is organized, is the agenda on time or not, and is the role players well briefed about their roles before the meeting. Then we have membership strength. How much membership strength is good for our club. So generally, to give you a brief, till March we have 54 plus active members. Now, since the members are renewing, so I think currently, Shweta, it's 28 around members, right?
I think now more than around 30 to 33 actually.
Yes. So currently, a lot of members have renewed and we have a lot of new members who have joined. So we have 30 plus members. Then we have then the achievement recognition. So in Toastmasters, we have a procedure of that we get awards. We have a lot of club in Toastmasters International. But to keep growing and keep the members motivated, we have awards. So on these basis, on all these 6 parameters, we will be evaluating our club today. Are you ready, everyone? So great. So we will be making first 6 groups. So I think Toastmaster Shweta, you can take one thing online, okay, and we will make 5 groups over here.
Okay, done.
So, starting with, I want new members to make one group and sit over this side. Please stand up and new members please sit over.
Then every new member can be a part of the previous one. Otherwise, it would be altogether a new thing for us. Everybody will be new, so
definitely.
I have a different opinion.
Yes, we can do that, but we will mix it up. So first impressions, if the guest will come in, we will be better, we going in a good position. How it goes. So we will mix it up, and it's your choice. So the new members, the new guest who wants to be a part of first impressions can come over here. And then I would request to make 4 groups over here. 1 group over here, 2, 3, 4. Please mix yourselves in equal proportions. And you can also come over here like some members, 1 or 2 members. Aman can come over here. Shweta, I am sending you the PDF file on which you have to check with Toastmaster Anand and Toastmaster Cindy. Also, I would request that in each group, at least the the members, the current members should be there. Please make sure of that. Gurvansh and Harkishan, please equally divide So Toastmaster Shweta, I have shared it with you on WhatsApp, and I will just share it on which you can work for. Okay, so are we ready with the 5 groups over here? 1, 2, second group 2, who is group 2? Okay, Bridul, Aman, Bhavna, Charu, and Suleiman. Yes.
Please repeat the objective of the second group.
I will give you the.
Some criteria for the second group.
No, I will give you the.
I think we can have total count.
Okay, so the first group. Okay, so I would request any 2 members from you to please join this group. Any 2, please come over here. So that I equal relation. One more. Anyone can add. So this is the group 1. Okay, then group 2 we have Kartik, Aman, Bhavna, Charu, and Suleiman. Then we have the third group, that's Rajat, Gaurav, Lakshit, Sindhu. And then we have the last group, Anmol, Gurvan, Harkishan, and we have this new group. Okay. Hi Anmol, how are you? Okay, so I'll be dividing. I'll be giving some. You will be having some documents with you on which cases you will be evaluating us. This is your handout. So, Toastmaster Sindhu, where is Toastmaster Sindhu? So, when I say you have to start for 5 minutes, then everyone will be having 5 minutes. Okay, so now I will be dividing in which group you will be evaluating. So, I'll just explain a little bit, everyone, please listen over here. So, the first is first impressions. So, I will request the first group to please, for example, you have certain parameters and standards on which you can give the ratings. The points 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 is for the best, okay, and 1 is for the worst that you never do it. Okay. So, for example, for first impressions, you have standards like guest greeted warmly and introduced to officers and members, guest book and name tags provided, professionally arranged meeting rooms. So, all these are your parameters. You have to give ratings, and then you have to tell like why, if you have given below 3 to some of the standards, then why. Okay, so everyone have their parameters. This is the first group for first impressions. Then we have the second group. You have to do it on member orientation. Okay, we have the second part, member orientation. Give ratings. We have to give ratings over there. Then you are having fellowship, variety, and communication. Okay. Then you guys have program planning and meeting organization. Okay. And membership. You have it like
Basically, our objective is first impression. So we need to focus on these 6 and we have to give our grade on this 5-point scale. And if we are getting less than 3, then we have to give them 0.
And Shweta, you have achievement recognition.
I will, take both of them to breakout room so that it's not a disturbance actually.
Yes, you can. So you can also discuss with Anil and Simi. Take them. Take them to the breakout room. I just disconnect. I just lower down it. Also, once you give the ratings, please note that any one representative from your group will come and speak why you have given less than 3 points. More? It's okay.
For first number is 4 or 5. Yes, but can make that provide. Yes, I think little bit they are so it's stationary at 6 per student, but at least of the officers the president should be and see. And if they will ask us, we will tell we will give them professionally arranged meeting. That is location is also in Delhi, whatever location is nearer to metro, it is always considered to be the best one. If you adjust the club, soon after my call to the nodal number, I received the message that I am able to do the group and that is related to join.
Yeah, so hello, both of you. I think Toastmaster Anil, you already know what moments of truth is, right? Or should I?
Shweta, sorry, basically due to some this so much noise there, so I could not understand what need to be done.
Okay, so actually today we are doing, maybe for the guest Simi, it will be easy for me to explain little bit about moments of truth. So what moments of truth is, actually speaking truth about certain functioning of the club, which includes everything. Okay, so there are 6 parameters on which our club has to be verified. So 5 parameters already are taken by the 5 groups made in the physical space. Okay, so we have to make the, I would say, the 6th parameter, which is given to us as achievement recognition, which we have to discuss. And there are markings, okay, which is like, I would say, we have to mark it on the basis of, if by chance the breakout room closes, I will make it again, and just to give you the message, okay, and then we will join it again, okay.
Okay.
So so 1 to 5 is the marking, and 5th is like the best marking, and then accordingly it reduces, okay. So there, in the achievement recognition, there are 6 parts. All right, according to your understanding, where our club stands. Obviously, Toastmaster Anil, you are the part of the club, so you know.
Correct.
But potential Toastmaster Simi, according to your understanding of the club, that what you have attended until now, you can just give us the marking and why you think that marking is. If at all it is less than 3, then if not, then it's all okay. It's all good. So the 6th point, which is the achievement recognition, I will tell you, the club motivates members to stay active by monitoring members' progress towards goals, submitting completed award application immediately, and consistently recognizing member achievements. Okay, this is what we are going to discuss. Now, the parameters are award applications immediately submitted to World Headquarters. Do you think we do that regularly?
I am actually unable to do justice with this, Shweta, because
I understand. It's your first time and you will not be able to tell us. But Toastmaster Anil, would you like to say, are we doing everything on time? What should be the marking according to you?
I will give you a 4.
4? Okay, perfect. And then progress charts displayed and maintained.
Progress chart displays on?
Displayed and maintained. For example, if somebody is doing progress, if some levels are completed, or if our club is getting some kind of award, we are telling about it.
Correct. So I'll give a 5.
Perfect. Member achievement formally recognized with ceremony, like the levels if completed.
I will give 5.
Perfect. Club, I will also do the same as I also have to do the marking. Okay, I think it will get closed. We will join again. Okay.
Okay.
No, it's okay. Keep breakout room open. It's okay. So, and then club, district, and international leaders recognized.
Come again. Sorry.
Club, district, and international leaders recognized from our
Yes.
club if there is any.
Correct. So I will give 5.
I'll give 4. And club and member achievements publicized.
Publicized means
Propagated, maybe.
Means like we are actually telling publicly.
I couldn't understand, Shweta, at this point. Can you
For
come
example,
again?
I will tell you. For example, club and member achievements public in the sense like our club is getting Gravel Award, right? So we are writing it in all the group, or we are telling to the division and all these kinds.
Correct. So like our Instagram page and our YouTube channel.
Yes, correct. It's the social.
So I will give 5.
Okay, DCP is used for planning and recognition, which is like our district club program. It is used for planning and recognition, means we are planning with them and we are recognizing our club wherever it's needed.
Okay, I'll give 4.
Okay, me too. So I think it's all good because we haven't given any less marking. So, okay, so a minute we have. Anything you would like to say, Simi, regarding this? Though our club has been one of the best clubs, one of the strongest clubs of our division, as Toastmaster Anil can also vouch for that. And but still something you would like to say, though we will have your feedback towards the end of the meeting, but still if something you have in mind, just 30 seconds we have, then we will leave the payment.
Shweta, Simi, you tell me, you describe.
Yeah, I was about to say that since the time I have joined, I could find that everything is very much planned. You know, people are coming with their topics and they are speaking and they are being evaluated. So that's how the club is putting efforts, you know, to polish people's skills for what they have come here for. So that's judge from today's meeting. The rest, you know, somewhere the voice was breaking, so I could not hear people properly, you know, wherein I am unable to comment or, you know, compliment onto that. But yes,
I think that is the, sorry to interrupt, but I think that is the network of personal. Like I am getting completely clearly the voices actually.
Yeah.
But due to some multiple devices connected, so there is some echo is going on. So that is the reason we are unable to hear properly.
And I would also like to join it in person only, because I think the way
told you.
Because the way the progress that can happen in person, that cannot happen over the screen. So that's
okay. Thank you.
Good. I found it good.
Thank you, potential Toastmaster Simi. We will have to leave the room. That is why I have just interrupted you. So kindly come to the, just leave room, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So here. So now it's time for such ka samna. The truth. What all improvements we as ECM as a club need. So starting with first impressions. I would like to call the representative from group 1. Please come. And everyone will have 1 minute to speak. Okay.
To you all, like for the first impressions, we were the 5 of us were there, and though as we had the 5 standards, yes, greeted warmly and introduced to officers and members. We have put the scale, we have put it at the 4 points. We have given 4 points to it. For the second parameter, that is guest book and name tags provided, we have put it at just on number 3. As you can see, none of us are having any name tags, and especially the office bearers, the president and the vice president, we have the name tags so that it becomes easier for the, at least for the newcomers to know by name and have चेहरा तो देखने में सारे जगह नाम याद रखना थोड़ा मुश्किल होता है, इसलिए कम से कम it will be kind of fit for the permanent recollection in the memories, we can have that thing. Then for what the other 4 parameters we have put it on above average, that is fine. Professionally arranged meeting room, everything is very adept as the word of the day. Convenient meeting location, guests invited to adjust the club like the moment I talked to them yesterday, I received after that I received the message on the group and everything was communicated very in advance. And even we asked to join, and even one of the speakers also asked me also for an opinion. So we were given elbow space for expression.
So now, next up we have group number 2 for member orientation, who will be coming and presenting.
One third person needs to know.
Yes, one person need to come and present. We can discuss maybe. No, only one. Because he has 1 minute to, speak it out.
Okay, 1 minute to speak it out.
Yes.
So I am giving the word to membership orientation. We have a few standards here. The first standard was formal induction, including presentation of membership pin and members. It was 4, it was good. Second was the assignment of mentor. It was again 4, it was good. Now comes the education programs and recognition system discussed. We all 5 members gave it average 3 marks because we feel it should not be the responsibility of one person. Okay, it was discussed, but it should not be the responsibility of one person just to have it, just to say for the sake of it. So I think it should be discussed in more deep manner so that individual person can understand in more concrete way. And then again, on the same line, on the same basis, learning needs assessed. That was the standard. We gave it 2 marks. We all know that these kind of communities are self-learning process. Okay, but the self-learning process is only the 80% part. Okay, what about the other 20%? Yes, my induction was done, but what after that? Who is assessing my learning? Who is who is getting to know my pathways or my teachings? So this is one. Discuss accommodations for members with disabilities not applicable because we don't know, we are not aware of it actually. Speaking role assigned 4, members involved in all aspects of our activities 5. Thank you.
So next up we have group number 3, yes, fellowship, variety and communication.
So we have our group have given a great motto on the parameters, all the parameters. So under these all this, there are 6 parameters. Guests greeted warmly and made welcome. So we have seen usually in our group that we see that we greet everyone, be the guest or regular member. We have given 4 points to it. Second is enjoyable and educational meetings planned. We have given again 4 points, as we were able to see PM Guruvansh has made a very sensitive discussion, a sensitive topic, which is somewhat an educational way for all of us. Third point is regularly scheduled social events. So we have given 3 because we feel that we sometimes meet this standard. The 4th point is members participate in area, districts, and international awards. So we have given 5 points to it. Inter-club events are encouraged. We have given 3 points. We sometimes meet this standard. And the last one is club newsletter, website published and updated regularly. So I also personally feel I'm getting regular personal newsletters and updates on the events on my mail. We have given 5 points to it. Thank you.
So we have next group for program planning and meeting organization. Who will be coming to present that?
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. So before I share my evaluation, I would like to mention that
Toastmaster, according to my experience, Toastmaster Club of West Delhi is one of the finest clubs of Delhi. And if you will ask me personally, then I will rate 5 in all the segments. But for phase evaluation, we have voted differently. So for program and agenda published, agenda, positive aura, and creative table topic, we have voted 5. For members to know program responsibilities and all projects from pathways, we have rated 4. And for meeting begin on time and meeting are ending on time. As per my experience in 2.5 years, it has never happened on the it has never happened in meeting was started on time and ended on time. Every time either we exceed the starting timing or either we exceed the end of the meeting. And we have voted 5 in positive and helpful evaluation. So Toastmaster is having a very diversified aura, and it is having a very positive aura in our club. So that's why we have voted 5. If I will get a chance to give it more than 5, then definitely I will give. So that was my evaluation. Thank you.
And next up we have membership strength also. So please decide who will be coming up for membership strength from this group.
Talk about membership strength. The first parameter is that whether the club has more than 20 members or not. So before the renewals, we peaked down to 54 as suppose, which was a pretty good number for the clubs. And right now, even we have more than 20 members after the renewal cycle. So we rated 5 out of 5 about it. The members are retained. We can see some old faces as well in the club. And the members are like once when a person is connected to TMWD, that person is retained. That is what my experience is. So we have given it 4. Promotion of club in the community or within its organization. So the promotion we are obviously have the Wikipedia, so it's 5 out of 5. The club programs varied and exciting. We have several club programs, so we rated it 4. Toastmasters sponsoring is the word of the North publicity basically. So we rated it 4, and regular membership building programs we concluded down at 3. That was all. Thank you so much.
So the last point that we have is achievement recognition, and that is by Toastmaster Shweta. So give me just a second, and then Toastmaster Shweta can go on. So yes, here you go, Toastmaster Shweta.
Yes. So hello everyone again. I think we had a guest with us for the first time, so she was not able to participate in this one a lot. So it was only Toastmaster Anil and myself. But if we go by award applications immediately submitted to World Headquarters, yes, we have given 4. Then progress charts displayed and maintained. It's always done through social medias or through any which ways. So we have given 5 on 5. Then member achievements formally recognized with ceremony. Yes, until now we were online, so it used to happen always, whether levels completed or whatever. Then club, district and international leaders recognized for sure. Always it's done by our club, 5 on 5. Club and members achievements publicized. We are doing it on all the clubs. So yes, 5 on 5. And DCP is used for planning and recognition. Yes, through Kanika, I can vouch for that. So we have given again 5 on 5. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shweta. So, guys, that was it for Moments of Truth, and I would request the SAR Toastmaster Karina, please collect these chips that we can take it and add suggestions. So please collect all the comments and give it to me. And now, without wasting any further time, we have the honorary evaluator for the day. That's Toastmaster Shweta back on virtual stage. Toastmaster Shweta, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kanika, for again giving me the opportunity. And I just want to start this evaluation. I will like to keep it short because we are running out of time. We have already got that it has 10 hours ended on time. So let's try to end on time. So I would like to start with the evaluations of the amazing speakathon that we had today. So the first speech was given by Toastmaster Bhavna. And the evaluator is Toastmaster Rajat. Kindly come on the stage and kindly give a quick evaluation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I would say the purpose of Toastmasters Bhavana's speech was accurately met, because the purpose of the speech was for audience to understand her better. She beautifully showed how the change is a significant part of the life. She has given two examples. One was the important personal example of how her marriage, how it has changed her life. Secondly, she's given what were the changes in her workings, because she told that she was very much adept when used to work manually, and now technology has changed all the things. So I congratulate that the purpose of the speech was totally met. I just want to make some good points. She was able to grab the attention of the audience in the very start, because she intentionally made a mistake by saying good evening instead of good morning. And I think that was a good part of it, because all the audience were able to have that attention. The second is the good speech structure, because good speech structure includes the introduction and the basic body message and the conclusion part. She started with a catching introduction part of the speech. Again, the good body of the speech, how we distinguish between the qualitative and quantitative changes, and how she has given two important examples of her life, the changes in her life. Then she excellently concluded with a beautiful quote related to the change. With the good points, I also noted one important point which she could have done better, is the vocal variety in her speech. With better tone and style, she started with and did the same at the start when she made her introductory slides, but on the rest of the speech, with too much long pauses and kind of a flat speech, we could able to see much of a tone and style in the communication. My advice to, or the idea is to memorize it many more times. You can have reverse it many more times. That way you could able to give attention to clarity on the tone and style instead of remembering the speech while you are giving the speech. So at the end, the purpose of the speech was totally met. Interesting starting of the speech, good speech structure, but one thing which is the vocal variety where you should have done better. At the end, I congratulate her for her first step, and best of luck and best wishes for her subsequent speeches. Thank you.
So what do you do, Shweta?
Yeah, I suppose I was logged out. I don't know for what reason. Anyways, moving on to our second amazing speech given by Toastmaster Charu. The evaluator was Toastmaster Gaurav. I would urge Toastmaster Gaurav to come and please give a quick evaluation. Thank you.
So the speech is good and the voice clarity and the well-drafted speech. But there are always a scope for learning, even for a mentor and mentee, and for evaluator and the speaker. There are some recommendations. First is, while giving speech, she was holding hands. Please don't hold hands because it shows your presence. Second is eye contact. You can sometimes you see on the floor and sometimes you see close to the because the thing is that we all our audience, we have to see each and every person, and the trick and the shortcut for this that you can have three centers, right, left and center, and you can concentrate on that point only, and the audience will aware that you are each and every person. And the third is body language. You are having the same posture over the meeting, over the speech, and you are trying. You didn't try to cover the stage because the stage is this three times, right, left, and the three times, with 3 to 3, 9. You have 9 times over here. This is the stage. You can explore each and every stage and try to give attention to the audience. And the last is, but not to wind up the speech because you may think that you may be disqualified or because of other reason and because of maybe you are nervous. But please try to give conclusion at least because the conclusion is very important in your speech. We are trying to give speech in 3 parts: IBC, introduction, body, and conclusion. Introduction is good, body content is good because it is well crafted speech, and at the end, the conclusion should always be good because the conclusion gives the moral of the story, and because conclusion should always be good. So thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Shweta. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gaurav. Now moving on to the third evaluation for Toastmaster Suleiman's speech, which is none other than the person speaking, that's me. And the timer, I can't see you, so kindly let me know when it is green or when the time is up. I will try to be quick. So Toastmaster Suleiman's speech had, first of all, the great start to the speech. And what an amazing title of the speech, Life is a Lesson. That goes very well with the purpose of the speech because he had to speak about when he was a prodigy and how mentorship in Toastmasters actually helped him. So kudos to you that you actually showed your journey from being a Toastmaster who couldn't speak to how you became a speaker, an evaluator, and the other roles that you have taken, and how different Toastmasters have actually helped you out. Starting from Toastmaster Bhavya, you took name also, so kudos to that as well. Karishma and Toastmaster Deeptendu. So that was like really nice. And you were speaking about Toastmaster Manisha, who was actually giving you that push that yes, you can do it. So that was very well explained by you. And because you didn't only explain one role, you explained how you took up the different roles in Toastmasters journey. You had a very calm energy when you were speaking. So that was also very nice. And you tried to engage the audience when you were talking about how emotional quotient is so important whenever you do something, whenever you learn something. Some very good uses of the phrases like humans keeps on making mistakes and definitely keep learning from them. And as you said, when you stop learning, you start dying. So that was very well used. Just that as it is said that it's all about becoming better, few of the recommendations I have, which is you were looking only towards the one side. So you could have actually used the whole space. There are many Toastmasters and guests sitting over there to have eye contact with them. This will actually decrease your nervous energy as well. You could have used stage a little more. You were standing on one side only. So just little bit movement was there. And you could have used it more. And just little voice modulation has to be added. Like when you say, if you stop learning, actually you start down. Something like that. And all in all, a wonderful speech with lots of personal story touch, and what a great story of a prodigy. So all the best for future. Thank you. Okay, back to me now. I move on with our fourth evaluator, which was Toastmaster Gaurav. No, Toastmaster Gurvanshpreet for Toastmaster Gaurav's speech. So kindly come on stage, please, Gurvanshpreet, and give the evaluation. Be quick.
Virtual handshake. Let me first ask the question that what is the best thing, like what is the best ingredient for a speech? Well, it's the relatability factor, that how much the audience can relate with the speaker. And I want to commend the speaker that the one thing that unites us all, the Toastmasters, and he has tapped in very clearly and very boldly. So kudos to you for that. From writing on the board, writing things on the board, it showed that from the very first moment, the speaker was well confident, comfortable, and knows his audience well. So again, kudos to you for that. I think kudos word has become now something very crucial and center of the point during the evaluation. Interacting with the audience awares us all, aware our minds, and when you ask questions, we all were like, what is he going to point out to me? So that was something which an experienced Toastmaster like you can do. And to keep the energy high, the body language of the speaker was not stiff. He was using the stage. So it was something great. But one thing is that you could have planned your movement. As in, when you said that Toastmasters, I joined Toastmasters 3 years ago, so the speaker could have stepped back and said that thing, and you could have used this dimension. So it would have been given a better impression for your speech, and the audience in the room could have known that okay, now he is going in the past, he has come to the present, he is going to talk about the future. Talk about the voice modulation, the pitching was not up and down. That is, like the voice modulation was not used as the evaluator expected, and could have been improved to make your speech more impactful. The hand movement would seem to be like sometimes it was 11 out of 10. He was using all the parameters, like when he was talking, he was doing like this. But sometimes it was felt that it was just leaving some marks, like it was 7 out of 10. So it's better to keep it consistent and try to improve it and try to make it 10 out of 10. The speaker, when he talked about the mental mentoring programs, was commendable. As I mentioned earlier, this shows that he is making us all great with the club. To conclude, the speech was an amazing speech. However, I recommended a few things, but as it said that recommendations are the breakfast for winners and achievers. So kudos to you for that. And now I would like you all to applaud, not for me, but for the speaker again to give such a marvelous speech. Virtual handshake.
Thank you, Guru Anshpreet, for keeping it short. And now moving on, the last but not the least, Toastmaster Kanika for evaluating Toastmaster Guru Anshpreet's speech.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shweta. Okay, so now I am here to evaluate Toastmaster Gurvansh's speech. So, firstly, a big round of applause to Toastmaster Gurvansh for taking up such topic, prostitution. It is not easy to talk because anyone can object. Why are you talking about this? Why? But he did that. So, big round of applause for himself. Now, starting, it's his or her choice. Yes, it's his or her choice, not our choice on their life. It's their life, not our life. They can decide what they want to do, maybe as a service. But we need to think it that. Now, starting with the structure of the speech. The structure was great. Opening, how he did the opening? By stating that we should talk about it or not. Right? We should or we should not. It's just that we should have waited, from the response of the audience for a better engagement purpose. Then, the purpose of the speech was, you have to research on a topic and then come up and give a presentation on your speech. You gave a very well-researched topic because I also didn't knew that in the medieval times this was a barter system and the percentages that you gave. Right? So that was a very well-researched topic. Then starting up with the body language. Now he was using his expressions during the speech, and I loved it because it was his first time using his body language and his facial expressions. Because that keeps the audience connected. What the person will be going to see next, right? Then the content. Now I always being a guide for him. Sometimes I say that Gurvansh, while giving the speech, don't laugh because he's always laughing and it's his habit to always be cheerful. But this time, the way he handled this topic was amazing. I can't actually give a lot of recommendations because this time he nailed it. No recommendations. He was serious. The content was appropriate. No one was, gave any objection that we can't talk about this topic. The word that he used during his speech was very well selected. So kudos to your effort, and yes, a good message that it's his or her choice, not our choice. So thank you so much, and kudos to your effort. Over to you.
Thank Thank you, Toastmaster Kanika, for a wonderful evaluation. Now, moving on, I would say evaluation is nothing without the tag team. So let me call upon first the timer of the day, Toastmaster Sindhu. I hope everyone was on time. Kindly come and please present your report.
Hi everyone. Meeting has started on delay by time. Started at 10:45 a.m. Team Bhavna has taken time 5 minutes 19 seconds. She is qualified. PM Gurvanpreet has taken 7 minutes 35 seconds. He is not qualified.
I take pause for
Yes. It was just 5 seconds. TM Charu has taken 5 minutes 38 seconds. She is qualified. And TM Suleiman has taken 7 minutes 50 seconds. So he is not qualified. And for evaluation, TM Rajat has taken 2 minutes 44 seconds. He is qualified. TM Kanika has taken 2 minutes 45 seconds. She is qualified. TM Gaurav has taken 2.15 seconds. He is qualified. TM Shweta has taken 2.27 seconds. She is qualified. TM Gurvans has taken 2.30 seconds. He is qualified. And that's nice. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sindhu, for the amazing timer report. Now, moving on, Toastmaster Bhanu, can you come and tell about these pillar sounds? Thank you.
So, back in my report, to begin with, potential Toastmaster Ashi Gupta come one time, 5 times. Potential Toastmaster Harshvardhan 2 times, and so 1 time. Team Kanika, Harsh 1 time, 10 times, A 1 time, and 1 time. Overused word so, and there was a repeated word be. Team Mridul, there was a lots of 17 and lots of so overused word that was 11. So Team Kshetra, pillar sounds. There were 10 pillar sounds as there were 10. There were 5 and there was 1 like, and there was a pause filler like. There was lots of overused words. So that was 4, and there was a repeated word repeat 1 time. And there was this thing that you always do as a pause filler, and that was 5 times. And James Sindhu, you nailed it. In the you had the most 22 hours, and a few repeated words, I will and for. And I forgot the name. I don't know. Team Rajat. Team Rajat. Right. 12 times. 1 time. So, as an overused word, 1 time. There was a repeated word, the and her. 1 time. Team Bhavna. Bhavna, right? Bhavna. There was a sound filler 2 times. And the overused word, so 1 time. That's all. TM Gaurav, there was 10 and overused words, so 3 and the 1. Team Charu, your speech was flawless and was perfect. Team Suleiman, there was, thank you. Team Suleiman, there was 7 and there was a overused words. So one time, TM Gurvanshri, there was 3 times, and overused words, so 2 times, and there was repeated words, there, who, and one time. And the last, TM Hari Krishna, there was sound filler 5 times. That's all from my book. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhanu. You always come with amazing detailed report. Now moving on, Toastmaster Aman, kindly come on the stage and present your grammarian report, please.
Thank you, Shweta. Now I will present my grammarian report. First of all, starting with a list of those who use the word of the day. So what is the name, sir?
Vivek.
Vivek. So kudos to Sir Vivek. We use the word of the day, adapt 2 times, and TM Rajat, who used the word of the day 1 time. So good for that. Now starting with the improper grammatical uses. Starting with Charu. The speech was the speech was overall good. Only one thing, before for my path was before my path or before the path, something like that, not before for my path. That was incorrect. Then depends my salary. That is wrong. Depends on the salary depending on something. It's vice versa. Not depends my salary. Didn't wanted to work with Byju's. Didn't want. Didn't wanted. Didn't felt again. Didn't feel. Make you independent. It should be makes you independent. And in the contextual sentence, it was incorrect. Other than that, it's fine. And moving on to Bhavna. Dear Bhavna. So your first mistake was mother by passion. Mother is something which is given by nature. That cannot be a passion. I cannot be a father by passion. I cannot be a son by passion. Motherhood is something that you cannot be by passion. So that's one thing. Reminis. So that the pronunciation was hard pronunciation. Right? As per your generation. When you say as per your generation, you moved into past tense. Okay, so that was incorrect. So you can again read that sentence. Other than that, it was good. Moving on to Ian Sullivan. The thought which is reflected, the thought which was reflected. So that was okay. Very less confident. If you are saying less confident, don't use very. That is one thing. Pluck it out. Plucking means already you are putting something on. Pluck it out is not a word used for flowers. Pluck it out. Okay. Moving on to PM Gaurav. Everything was fine. Only one mistake. Joined before 3 years. Before 3 years or something. 3 years ago. Something. Okay. Gurvanshri. Can we able to eradicate? Are we able to eradicate something more? Police station is the law. Police station is not the law. Okay. You can say something. Police station is part of the law. That seems more appropriate. Now moving on to the list of quotes and thoughts or words saying that I like. Charu, we used engraved in our minds. That is a very good use of like putting something in our minds or very good. Gurvanshri used many good quotes, sayings. Okay, I was able to actually there were a lot of good words or sayings. I was able to pick 2 of them. One was the word pin. Okay, and you also explained the meaning of it. That was my second is bounce in our head. That was a good representation of something going inside the head. So that was the report. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aman, for your detailed analysis. And now it's time for the most critical section, that is the general evaluation section. Let me keep it short, I'll try to. Okay, so our meeting, as we have already got to know in the moments of truth also, started 15 minutes late, so it's delayed in ending as well, but it was an important session today. So let's try and work on our timings, I would say. Then, oh my God, what an amazing speakathon. The best part was our, family, close-knit family could be seen because the speakers were evaluators and the evaluators were speakers. So what an amazing way of doing a meeting or taking up the roles when there is no one available, even if you have to give a speech yourself. So kudos to Toastmaster Guruvanshpreet and Toastmaster Gaurav for that. And all the topics, all the speeches were so amazing, so inspiring. The evaluators already gave an amazing evaluation based on CRC approach, which was amazing. Now moving on to the tag team, timer Toastmaster Sindhu, you gave an amazing report, kept it short and simple. I would urge you to take up this role more to actually polish it and also be able to be confident in telling about the timings taken by the people. Then AHA counter, as always, even if I was calling you by saying and just to actually give you the AHA counter vibe, you counted that also, but that only tells us that what an amazing listener you are, Toastmaster Bhanu. So kudos to the detailed report you provided. Then coming back to grammarian, Toastmaster Aman, I suppose you did this role for the first time. Definitely the report was very detailed. Just two suggestions I have. First, that please kindly don't take Toastmaster's name. It can sometimes demotivate a person. You can just say that the bad uses of the words were, or the good phrases and quotes used by the Toastmasters were. There you can take the name, but when you're telling about the mistakes, just say that, okay, some of the speakers use this, just a piece of suggestion. Rest, the report was amazing, and kindly keep it short from the next time. And moving on to the overall meeting, I suppose leaving the timing that we need to work on, our meetings are always very engaging, very learning environment. And the most important thing that happened today was the moments of truth, very smoothly conducted by Toastmaster Kanika, I have to say, and very smoothly done in 6 groups for the 6 important parts of the of any club, I would say, to be worked upon. And kudos to all of you who actually gave us the marking, in fact, not only above average, but excellent in most of the parts for our club. And what we need to work upon, I'm sure we will do our best to actually take it towards the excellence. And that's it from my side. I loved the meeting today, and thank you to Toastmaster Kanika again to keeping it hybrid and letting some people like me to join the meeting. And over to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Mridu. Thank you. Okay, to Toastmaster Kanika then. Okay.
Okay, so now the meeting is all over. Today it was about speakathon and MOT, that was moments of truth. Now to generally explain, that was missed in the beginning. Now how our meeting happens, I'll just explain because we have a lot of guests today. So we start with the team-on session, that the Toastmaster of the day. Today we did not have any theme. Generally, Toastmaster of the day is there up with the theme who talks about the theme and engage the audience. Then we have the speeches section. The first section is the speeches section, wherein the members come with prepared speeches and deliver their speeches. And as you all saw today, that they are being evaluated by a more experienced member than them. Right. So then we have a table topic section that we did not have today because we had the MOT. So in the table topic section, you are given, and the guests are also allowed to participate in that section. You are given a topic. You are given 30 seconds to think upon that topic, and you have to speak on that topic for a minute or maximum 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So you can practice impromptu speaking in that section. And then we have the GE section, because we all need improvement and the meeting needs improvement. We need improvement. So where your speeches are evaluated and the whole meeting is evaluated. So firstly, a big round of applause for each and every one of us, because we all took the interchangeable roles today, and it was very difficult because we did not have any much members. I think we just have 6 to 7 members, correct members, and the rest we had guests. So because due to some reason or the other, members were not able to come in. So I would request all the guests to come in another meeting also. Now we are having all the meetings in this mode. We will be here in this physical presence and the online members that we have. So do come in the next meeting also and enjoy the vibe and the aura and meet more members that will be coming, right? So now it's time now I officially end this meeting. Over here, I would request the guests to give the feedback to me, Gurvansh, Gaurav, Rajat, Amar, Ridul, because we are all the members. And today, currently in the meeting, we have 2 EC officers, right, Gurvansh? That's me, that I'm President, Toastmaster Kanika, and that's Vice President, Public Relations, Toastmaster Gurvansh. So, and we have some associates as well, VP Education. For VP Education Associate, we have Toastmaster Ridul. So you can talk to us, and it's time for a break. And after the break, we go down, and then we can talk over there because we need to, leave the premises as well.
Kanika, voting.
Yes, we will have voting. I have already shared the link with you all. So please, are you all in the guest group? Is everyone in the guest group? So I have shared the link. You share the link with all. You are in the guest group now. Share the link. So now it's time for the voting, and okay. So I'll help you out with the voting. So just a second. Okay, so the first vote is for the best speaker. For the best speaker, we have Toastmaster Bhavna. Raise your hand, please. Toastmaster Charu and Toastmaster Gaurav, because we have 2 disqualifications. Unfortunately, Toastmaster Sulaiman and Toastmaster Gurvansh. So we have 3 members. Please write down Toastmaster Bhavna, Toastmaster Charu, or Gurvansh. Who was the best speaker according to you? And then next you can vote for the best evaluator. For the evaluators, we have Toastmaster Rajat, Toastmaster Gaurav, Toastmaster Shweta online with us, Toastmaster Kanika, me, and Toastmaster Gurvansh. Please raise your hand. Yes. So for the best, we did not have a table topic, so leave it. For best auxiliary role players. For the best auxiliary role players, we have timer, our counter, and the grammarian. So, according to you, who was the best role player? Timer, Toastmaster Sindhu. Our counter, Toastmaster Bhanu. And grammarian, Toastmaster Aman. So, please vote for the best auxiliary role player. Then we have the last, that is for the best role player. Now, among the best role player, you can vote between the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ridul, the GE for the day, Toastmaster Shweta. So please vote, and once you're done with voting, please let us know. And till that time, we can start with our break. By the time we are, collecting the responses. Toastmaster Gaurav, once you're done with voting, please help us with the start card. So you have tea coffee over there, and just interact with each other and network. That's associate sergeant at arms. Associate sergeant at arms. Sergeant at arms is the one who opens up the meeting. So since currently he is not able to do the election, so we have the associate who takes up the responsibility. Yes, that's curious about it. So you can interact with each other, talk, and I am also coming in next 2 minutes. Maybe Toastmasters Shweta will stop the recording now.